Hello, I'm David Roger, General Counsel for the Las Vegas Police Protective Association. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about completing use of force reports. Recently, we have had situations where officers have completed their use of force reports and the reports conflict with the body-worn camera video. That in and of itself isn't necessarily the problem, but the department has investigated officers for truthfulness violations. Of course, that's a serious allegation, which can result in discipline and sometimes even termination. So let's talk about body-worn camera videos, and for that matter, any video. As an officer who is not under a stressful situation, your field of vision is, sometimes 180 degrees, maybe even more, because you're not in a stressful situation. However, when you become involved in a stressful situation, and perhaps you even have tunnel vision, your vision goes down to about 10%. And so you're focused on whatever the threat is in front of you, or whatever your attention is fixated on. A camera will show a whole lot more than what you might recall, because your vision is very narrow. And that's certainly understandable. And so before you draft your use of force report, obviously watch the body-worn camera video. And there may be things that in the video that you just didn't see. Secondly, your perception might have been different. You may have picked up on a suspect's body language, them tensing up. Maybe you perceived that the person was getting ready to hit you, and the body-worn camera video doesn't show that. First and foremost, it's always important to include in your report your perception, your threat perception, everything that you perceived, regardless of whether the video has picked up those things. But secondly, and this is important, if you draft your report, you've explained your perception and the reason why you've used force, and you see that the video shows something different, or doesn't show something that you perceived, acknowledge that. Write that down in the report. Write down that my perception was the person tensed up and the person was ready to strike me, or whatever you perceived, but then acknowledge that the video doesn't show that. And that's perfectly understandable, perfectly explainable. We have use of force experts who will go with you to either CERT or IAB and to explain that. But it makes our job a lot easier and protects you a lot more if you at least acknowledge that in your use of force report. Where we have more problems is that in situations where you have watched the body-worn camera video, you've recognized that something is different than your perception, and you don't acknowledge it. Now we have to convince the investigators, IAB or CERT, that you weren't intentionally lying, but that you just didn't write down that there was something different. And so I know this may sound silly to some of you, but it is important, and it will make everybody's job a lot easier, because we have had officers investigated, and I think even one officer was disciplined for not including in the report that the video was different. And of course, we have use of force experts who are willing to help you write your report. All you have to do is call PPA's 24-hour hotline, and if you have to complete your report during non-business hours, we will put you in touch with the use of force expert who will talk you through it and help you write your report. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please contact me at droger@lvppa.com, and please stay safe.